We've all been there. You're running late and you're being picked up in 5 minutes, but your face looks like this. So what you need is a super fast makeup using minimal amount of products that gets you out of the door in time, but also that you look presentable and clean and fresh and bright. I'm going to first of all just run through the products that I'm going to be using and the reasons why. I'm not going to be using a primer. When you apply primer, they do need a couple of minutes to set. I don't have 2 minutes. I've got to get out of the door. So I'm going to use a hydrating mist. I've told you about this one before. This one's by Pixie. It's fabulous as a hydrating mist. The reason why I love a hydrating mist prior to applying a foundation is it's so quick and easy, but it absolutely transforms the application of your foundation. It goes on smooth, it glides on, it doesn't grip to any areas of dryness or dehydration, and you get a really even balanced makeup so fast and so easy. The foundation that I'm using, now this is key, you get a good foundation that is perfect for your skin tone and the amount of coverage you need. The one I'm using today is a Boots number 7 because it's got a medium coverage, so it gives me an element of coverage, but this one is colour coded or tested or whatever. They have a little machine that they put on your face and they actually come up and say this is the right colour and tone for your skin. If you have the spot on makeup foundation colour, you only need to make up from the centre going outwards and you sort of blur the lines as you go out, so it's so quick and it's so easy. For cover stick, I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Now they, of course, do colour correctors and they do concealers. The one I'm using is the colour corrector in pink. It's a brightener. It's so easy and light and quick to apply. You will see that, but it will really lift under my eyes. For the eyeshadows, etc., I'm using a Laura Geller. The reason is I've got everything in one pack. It's quick, it's easy. I'm not having to open up various different things. We have 3 eyeshadows. I'm going to go for that middle one in the top, because it's the same colour as my skin tone, but what we don't want is something with a lot of colour. We're just neutralising the eye so it looks like it's got makeup on, but it's not too different, it makes it easier. I will then use the browner colour here, and I'll show you how quick and easy that is. Those are the only 2 colours for eyes I'm going to use. I've got the bronzer and I've got the blusher. They are going to be whizzed over so super fast, you'll see what you can get. I've got my very famous, and I love my L'Oreal Laminator Brow Pen for my brows. We'll look at that. I'm using a black mascara. The reason I'm using black today is when you have got minimal makeup on, black mascara looks fantastic. It's not fighting with anything. So you haven't got heavy makeup, heavy liner, heavy lashes. It's just too much. This is great when you've got very minimal eyeshadow on because it really makes your lashes stand out, but your eyes will look bigger. Lips, you're going to be surprised what I'm using on my lips today. This is, it's got Labella on there. It's a Nivea lip balm, tinted lip balm. The reason I'm using this, it gives you colour, but you don't need to look in a mirror. You can whiz it on your lips. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. It will be, but it doesn't matter because it's a lip balm and therefore you will see it just brightens the face. Fantastic. So it's quick and easy. I've got to get out the door within 5 minutes. I need this doing super quick so I can get up and ready and done. Let's get that clock started. Bing. Let's go. So I've already got moisturiser on my face because I would have that on anyway. And I'm starting off, like I said, with my hydrating mist. Pop that over, your foundation will glide onto your skin. I'm applying foundation with a brush. I'm still using it on the back of my hand because I need the foundation to blend into the brush. I don't want it too hard on my face. And then you can literally, even if that hydrating mist is still a little bit damp, it's wonderful. It really helps the foundation to glide over the skin. So starting in the middle, and I'm going to flick outwards. I don't want any demarcation lines, so I'm not going to go down my chin. Going round the forehead. And then once I've got very little left on my brush, because it's all been used now, I can just very gently swipe over both eyes. Just get a little bit of coverage. Okay, foundation, that's done. What I have here is this is micellar water in a pump action container. Take it off the back of my hands. That ensures that when I'm rushing, I'm not going to get the foundation on my clothes. Next, I'm going to do my concealer. So quick twist with that, and then dab, 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 dab. Underneath the eye, and then you're tapping it in with your ring finger. Always use your ring finger. It applies the least amount of pressure. And therefore, we are not pulling and stretching the skin and encouraging more fine lines. So there we have concealer there. And then the bit that's on my fingers, dab on the corner of my mouth, dab, dab. These are just the marionette lines around the corner of the mouth. Brightens up there. Fantastic. Looks natural, looks great. Okay, next I'm going to go into eyeshadow. So for eyeshadow, I'm using that middle colour. Like I said before, it's almost the same colour as my skin, but has a slight tinge of warmth. So I can apply it over the whole of my lid up to my brow bone. And because it's the same colour, it's very, very forgiving. It doesn't, if you get it slightly outside any, areas you've got going for, you almost can't tell. So you can see there, I've got something on it. It's very, very natural and very, very neutral. Next, using my angled brush, I'm taking the brown colour. With the long angle at the bottom, just very quickly, the long bristles almost go into your crease line. So the eyeshadow is actually being placed on the brow bone. Okay, very quick, very easy. I'm now taking my eyeliner brush, dipping it into the brown shadow, and I'm just going to sweep just the corner of my eye, slightly underneath. There's no eyeliner. Eyeliner takes a little bit more time and precision. Very soft powder, and it's just going to give a little bit of definition to the corners of my eyes. Mascara comes next, and like I said earlier, if your mascara, if your eyeliner is very pale or very light, black mascara really does. Did I just go blue then? I don't know what's going on there. Black mascara really does show up. And makes you look a lot more made up than you actually are. It's a very fresh makeup, this. This makeup is perfect. Let's see if you're late. So you're going to work, you're going to catch a train, you're going to the plane, your friends just rung and said, oh, I'm early, we've got to go, we're in a rush. And you've got minimal amount of time, maybe you've overslept. I'm going to dab it on the bottom lashes very, very lightly. Eyebrows, I will always, always, always give my brows a brush, very, very important, using a laminated brow pen, starting in the middle of the brow to get the flow of the hairs before I go to the centre. And then again on the other one, starting, oops, get that flow. That wasn't supposed to happen. And using the brush, give it another little bit of a brush up there. Next, going on, I've got my bronzer brush. Taking the bronzer, very easy. So with no contouring, I haven't got time for contouring. It's a great thing to do, I haven't got time. Taking it over the temples. And then using the same brush, dabbing it in the pink for the blusher and just sweeping over the cheeks. Then I'm taking my lip balm. And the reason I'm using it, it is really so quick and so easy. It feels super glossy on the lips. And there you have a full face makeup. And I've got to go. One take makeup, okay? And it just goes to show what you can achieve nice and quick, nice and easy with minimal amount of products. This works and it looks clean and it looks fresh. Hope you like it. Hope it's helped. Go and give it a go. Work with me. Try and work at my pace. And you'll be amazed how quick you can get it done. Thank you so much again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That's the biggest thank you can give to me. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now. It looks all right, doesn't it?